Matt, what was the first show you ever went to for Ready? Was it good? Was it bad?
I went to a farm show, I would call it For Ready, before Ready existed. And I'll explain this. So part of my journey after resigning from Amity Technologies of figuring out what to do with my life, because I didn't have a plan. I was like, I'm going to be done for a while and I got to figure it out. So part of that was to go to Africa. And so I went to 3 countries in Africa for 3 weeks on a missions trip and got back from that. And it's like, now what? And so planned a trip on motorcycle, actually, because I still had a motorcycle. And it's like, I got to do this. I'm single, got no job, got a little money.
You ain't got stuff to do.
Just a little money.
I can't say got no money. No, I planned a trip to go around, like make a big loop south and then out west and then back up north to Washington and back. And the first stop on my trip was actually at the Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa. Why was that? Why would I prioritize a farm show on a motorcycle trip or some vacation or, it's because I was still very interested in agriculture. And I think it was part of me finding what I was going to do next. And I did that. It was good to connect with some old contacts or current contacts at the time. And a lot of it was related to planting because I was in charge of a planter at Amity. And then from there, the rest is history. I made a lot of other connections with farmers and family in many states.
What are some of the best concessions you've had at farm shows?
Oh, that one comes right to mind.
Or which place has some of the best stuff? I've got a few in mind too. Let's see what you say.
The North Dakota State Fair. You can't beat it. I mean, they got all the fair food. And even as a joke, but I sucked on this, like, what is it, the 64-ounce lemonade?
Oh, yeah.
It's this massive thing.
In buckets.
And I got it as a joke for the video, right? And I'm videoing it. So if you want to check it out, go to the North Dakota State Fair on our YouTube channel. I'm sure you'll find it. But I drank out of that for 2 days. And then I even forgot it in the display stuff. So it was moldy by the time we pulled it out.
Jeez.
I'm sure that whoever was unloading for you was very pleased with you.
Yeah, it was myself.
Yeah.
But I was not pleased with myself.
You were not.
No,
yeah.
The Maggie Show in Great Falls, Montana, they do something very unique. It's not necessarily the best food, but it's good food. They actually provide breakfast and lunch for their vendors every day. Very cool. Really a welcoming thing. As far as other food, then the Big Iron in Fargo's got the fair food. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then also the North Dakota State Fair. You got all the fair food you can pick from.
The one that comes to mind for me is actually Dakota Fest. I feel like that one has some very excellent.
Yes.
And for me,
prime rib.
The prime rib sandwiches.
That is actually a big draw.
And one time they were out, so I kind of started walking further, and then they had, I want to say it was like a pork chop sandwich. Oh man, that was amazing too. So the meats down there at Dakota Fest were top notch. So hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of After Hours Ag. If you enjoyed the content and you want to get the full version of the interview, head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or wherever you consume your podcasts. If you really enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and leave us a rating. We always appreciate that and helps us grow and helps us reach more people. And remember, there's still a future in farming, so let's get there together.